Hi, everyone. Welcome to a special history edition of Cabin Crafts and Simple Living. I don't know if many of you know this, but today is the actual day that the Declaration of Independence was signed. I know we celebrate it on July the 4th, but 248 years ago today is when most of the signers signed the Declaration. John Hancock's signature was the only one that was on the Declaration on July 4th, 1776, which was actually a fairly risky move on his part. But I thought it would be interesting just to give you a brief history real quick of the lives of some of the signers. Here's some interesting facts with some of the folks that signed the Declaration. There were 56 signers. So I've listed a few of them here who, at the bottom of that statement that's the preamble to the Declaration, they said, we pledge our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. And many of them actually did just that. So I'm going to start with the most prevalent ones here. William Ellery of Rhode Island, his home was burned and most of his property destroyed. William Williams of Connecticut, he used his own money to support the war effort. He started his own militia and he used his own money to support the war effort. William Floyd of New York commanded a company of militia. British occupied his home and estate for 7 years of the war. That's almost the whole length of the war. So how would you like, the enemy living in your home and on your estate? Many of these men were very wealthy and well-to-do. And so when they pledged their lives and their fortunes, they were pledging a lot, much more than a lot of us would want to risk today. Francis Lewis of New York, when the British captured Long Island, they imprisoned his wife and confiscated his property, and she died of her treatment. She got sick in prison and she died. Richard Stockton of New Jersey, he was captured by the British. He lost his wealth and died soon after of ill health because of his treatment by his captors. John Hart of New Jersey lost all of his wealth and property. Robert Morris of Pennsylvania was very wealthy, and when the U.S. couldn't obtain credit, he personally funded much of the revolution with his own money. Thomas Lynch Jr. of South Carolina, he was elected to replace his father as a delegate to the Continental Congress. His father was ill, so Thomas Lynch Jr. signed the Declaration, escorted his ill father home, and he was ill himself. His wife and young son were going to sail to Southern Europe to recuperate because evidently the whole family was sick and their ship was lost at sea. So he lost his family. Edward Rutledge of South Carolina, he was arrested during the siege of Charleston in 1780 and sent to prison in St. Augustine. Same thing for Arthur Middleton of South Carolina, arrested during the siege of Charleston, sent to prison in St. Augustine. Interesting facts, Stephen Hopkins and George Wythe freed all of their slaves at the time of the Declaration. And on that note, that you hear a lot nowadays in history that, the founding fathers were all, slaveholders. There were 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. 17 were slaveholders, so that's definitely not a majority. 5 signers were captured by the British as traitors, tortured, and died. 12 had their homes ransacked and burned. 2 lost their sons serving in the Revolutionary Army, and another had 2 sons captured. 9 of the 56 fought and died from wounds or hardships in the Revolutionary War. So 9 of the signers actually fought and died as veterans in the war. So there were 56 representatives from all 13 colonies that signed that paper. So I thought that was pretty important that today is the day that they signed the Declaration of Independence. And this is a very important day, 248 years ago today. So just a little bit of history today on the signers of the Declaration and the price that they paid so that we can enjoy the freedom that we have today. You don't see very many people today that are willing to give up their wealth for a cause. And I just thought that this was very important to talk about today. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I do have a little book on my website called The Declaration of Independence and the Lives of the Signers. I think I have 3 of them available right now, but they're on the website. and it tells the story of each one of the signers, just a little short story. So that is available on the website, www.scoshop.com, along with a bunch of other patriotic books. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this short little history video. And please like and subscribe if you like the different things that I'm doing. And I appreciate y'all very much watching and praying for me through my COVID. I am getting better. The coughing is starting to stop. So thank you all for your prayers. So bye-bye.